Good afternoon all, my name is Mel. I'm going to be your guide this evening for meditation. My practice generally is yoga, vinyasa style, sometimes quite strong. I love a practice called Budokan, which is quite martial arts and yoga combined. But today I'm going to be taking you through some techniques for meditation and hopefully get you to calm yourself, relax and settle a little bit. So I'm going to start this video with a very simple introduction to meditation. And I'm going to suggest that you start in a seated position. Now, it's important to realize that your position of how you sit isn't too important, as long as you're sitting in a position that is not going to make you uncomfortable. You're not going to be here necessarily for too long, probably only about 5 minutes for this first video. So just find something that's comfortable. If you're sitting cross-legged, I'd always recommend not crossing the legs too strongly, because that's going to cause potentially some antagonize the knees or the shins. Keep it quite loose. This is what we call a Burmese meditation posture, where it's just legs are hanging kind of next to each other but not too tightly. I'd always recommend using a block, or in my case a bolster, just to raise your hips, and all that does is help you sit up because your pelvis tilts forward a little bit and you're not forcing your spine up. Sit up nice and tall, but again, don't feel everything's rigid and tight. It's about relaxing and not tensing up. So just find your position, relax your shoulders, sit your spine nice and tall. And again, if this is too much on your legs, you can have your legs extended, they can be relaxed, but just make sure if you're here, you're not slumping. So you're still sitting up nice and tall. Your feet can be on the floor, it's quite nice as well. For this specific video, I'm going to be sitting in a very relaxed state. Your hands can be relaxed. For this one, palms facing down on your thighs or knees. And just close your eyes. Let yourself settle. It's important that when we start something like this, we don't force ourselves into the required posture as soon as possible. There's no requirements. It's just, meditation is much more about relaxing, letting your breath guide your mind to just calm itself. Another common misconception is that meditation is about quieting your mind, and it's not. Your mind is naturally going to be jumping all over. We call it the monkey brain because it literally bounces everywhere. What is important for meditation is to let your mind do what it wants to do in its own time. So let it relax itself. If it goes off on random thoughts about anything at all, the Easter bunny, stealing presents from Santa Claus, or the random dinner you had last night, it doesn't matter. The important thing is that you try to bring your mind back to your breath and just focus on your inhaling and exhaling. For this one, all I'm going to suggest that you do is you sit up nice and comfortably. Your hands can be wherever you want them. I'd suggest palms facing down. And you just start to pay attention to your breath. You don't have to control it. You don't have to make your inhales or exhales a certain length. Just observe your breath. And every time you inhale or exhale, what I'd recommend is, in your mind, just say that word. So as you breathe in your mind just say, inhale. As you breathe out, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And just keep that repetition in your mind. Keep that going, and keep inhaling and exhaling at your own speed. Doesn't have to be long, doesn't have to be audible, just very gentle. Inhale and exhale. And what you'll find is, as your mind starts wandering, you forget those two words, inhale, exhale. So if it wanders, pull it back with those two words. Think in your mind, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then we're just going to start bringing ourselves out of it, but be very gentle. So maybe start drumming your fingertips along your knees. Maybe shake your head very gently and slowly, side to side. Wiggle your shoulders, maybe your bottom slightly. And before you open your eyes, bring your palms together in the center of your chest. Your prayer mudra. Mudra is just a position for the hands. Bow your head towards your hands. And just very gently looking down at the floor, start to blink your eyes open. Let your gaze be soft. Your breathing still happening naturally. And then very gently raise your gaze. Take a breath. Now, the most important part of meditation is often the part after you've meditated. You've calmed your mind slightly, and now you're going to go back out into the world. So just be careful, be conscious that things might seem a bit more intense, some of your sensations and feelings. Let them happen. Let them be normal. And just take it slowly, the first few minutes after meditation. And as you get more experienced, your meditation will get longer, and you'll find that it'll be even more intense to come out of it. Thank you very much for listening. Namaste.